Are you really confused about your relationship or just keeping too many options open? In this episode, Sissy and I will get real about how dating, our social media, and the pressure to find the perfect person are making love harder than ever. Stay tuned.
Hey, Mr. Friends, welcome back, you guys, to another episode where we keep it real about love, about marriage, and everything in between. I am your girl, your host, your sis, Cece, and as always, I have my amazing husband / co-host / my baby daddy / my partner in crime. What's going on, baby?
All that is true.
Yes.
That's all true. Everybody's as well, and we're glad you're here with us. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the family. This is a weekly podcast where we keep it real, we keep it relatable, and we come to you every Saturday. So hit that subscribe button, share it, and like it. We appreciate it. So as always, before we get into today's topic, we always like to share our blissful moment. Now, that's either something that we did or something that happened to us or something that we're looking forward to.
I am looking forward to my children starting school on Monday. Yes.
It's been an exciting week.
It has.
I feel bad for the Amazon drivers. You know, Cece's been exciting. She's made her list. Although the kids are homeschooled, but you know, there used to be that time where we get the list from the school and we have to go to the store.
That was 3 years ago.
And then I realized that I don't want to go to the store. So I would order them online and pick them up. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to order them and have Amazon bring them in. This is where we are right now.
I feel like, you know, the kids are looking forward to, this is their year 3 of homeschooling. So
it's been exciting.
it has.
Not just the kids. You know, mom's been excited.
Oh, yes.
I'm sharing some of the excitement as well.
Oh, yes.
So that's where we are. You know, we as always, things always happening in this family and in the world and around our neighborhood. So that's life, right?
It's always happening in Florida.
So now let's get into the topic of the day. Hey, listen, are we really confused about love, or are we just entertaining way too many options? We're in a world where being undecided is almost normal. People have so many choices that they can't choose.
Yes, the choices.
You know, you might be in a relationship, but you're still texting somebody else.
Your
you might like someone, but you keep scrolling Instagram and you're questioning the whole connection. No, too many choices is a bad thing. And when you put people who can't decide, it makes it even worse.
I agree.
And married folks, don't think y'all get a pass either. We're going to talk about how options can mess your mindset even after you've already committed to your partner.
Yeah. So let's talk about it, baby.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it. Yes, too many options, too little clarity. That's how I look at it.
But when you have so many things in front of you,
it gets so far.
It's difficult to be clear.
It gets so far.
Up until recently, I experienced that in my business. You know, this is a good idea. I'm implementing this. Before you know it, I'm spinning my wheels.
Yeah, like
there's so many things. So I had to start cutting things down. And the same thing can happen in a relationship.
Yeah. We live in a time where, you know, it feels like love is like a menu.
Well, you have choices.
You have so many choices. You have the apps. You have the DM. I wonder if I was single, if I would be going through that. I think I would just wait. I feel like I wouldn't be DMing anyone. I wouldn't be doing any of the app stuff. There's a lot of those young girls who are in their 30s or 40s or whatever. They are not dealing with all these apps and DMs and all these options that are like out there.
Well, options not always on this electronic stuff. Sometimes it's in real life. You have so many people available to you that you can't make a decision. I agree. I think, you know, it comes down, people just have to be clear on what they want.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because when you don't know what you want, options just confuse you.
It does. I think it's just in real life.
Oh, yes.
And not just in relationship, but like in life and your purpose with things that you want to become.
Up until recently in my business, I was experiencing the same thing. It's like way too many things to do.
Yes. And I think sometimes too many options on listen, YouTube, I love you, but too many options on YouTube.
Yeah.
can get you so fogged up here where you don't have the clarity for you to do what you want to do in your life, right? For instance,
I've seen sometimes.
Remember when we used to listen to a lot of those motivational videos? Yes. And then we stopped listening to all of them.
How many of them should
and
you
we
be
said, you know what?
to?
We're just going to pick one and do it over and over again. Because there were so many of them, although it sounds good, but then they kind of got us distracted.
Absolutely.
It did. It didn't work.
And you know what? When you have too many options, you stop choosing anything. It became real hard to make a decision.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
People are dating like they're shopping.
Yeah.
I've seen somebody scrolling so many times on Amazon.
Listen.
Or they go to the store. Now, we haven't been to the store as often as usual. But I know recently we went to the mall and she went around and
Listen,
around.
I'm not a mall person. I'm done.
We went back to the first thing that she saw.
Amazon, okay.
Hey, listen, when you're in a relationship, you're treating it like shopping or movie scrolling where you gotta go through the choices and before you know it, you don't know what to choose.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
So you feel like people are dating like they're shopping?
Sometimes it feels that way. I got to test this. I got to test that before you know it.
Yeah.
I've tested 4 and I have no idea which one to choose.
Listen, love and Amazon Prime, okay?
Right? I believe that people have to really, really, really get clear on what's important to them when it comes to relationship. You know, it's like people are trying to build something solid with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And there's no way you can be all in if you're halfway in and halfway out.
It's like they want the benefits without.
Absolutely. I mean, yes, there's a lot of benefit that comes with the connection. But how do you really keep something going when you
constantly thinking about
you know, what if
plans.
Where you have a backup plan sitting there in case things don't work. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, people don't realize that entertaining too many options messes with your peace.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you keep second guessing everything. Is he or she the one?
Listen.
Is he or she good enough?
Should I go back to my ex? Right?
Right. You're not confused though. I think you're primarily distracted. You're distracted because you have so many things in your plate. You can't choose which one to go with.
Yeah.
Yes, you may have had a good time with your ex, but they're your ex for a reason because things didn't work out.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of things that don't work.
And this is where it's important to be clear because clarity comes when you stop playing with both sides.
Yeah.
If you're going to go this way, decided, okay, this is where I'm going. The more you split your energy, the less you can build something real. If this person is my person, they're going to get all me. Like when I said Cece was the girl that I wanted to be with, all the other ones that had their eyes on me.
They call them gapiai.
Yeah, they do. You know that's a derogatory term, but yes, they do. What's groupies?
Yes, gapiai.
But you know what? You have to be able to commit. You have to be able to give it all.
Yes.
Because relationship requires a lot of work.
Right.
And if you're going to make it work, you can't be like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm here. No, you have to be here and here for real. And when it comes to emotions, you have to learn to allow yourself to be attached to this person emotionally. Because I know there are people that are like, man, I've been hurt in the past. I'm like, yeah, emotionally speaking, I'm a bit reserved. No, you need to be in all the way. Because the moment that you here and you there, emotionally, that's going to drain you. And that's not a place that you want to be when you're building something solid.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And let's just call it for what it is. I think sometimes, confusion isn't always a lack of clarity. Okay. Sometimes it's just too many distractions.
It happens.
And you have, advice coming from left and right, 12 different directions. We have the social media.
You're paying attention to what's happening on the internet. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We have the people telling us about what your relationship should look like. Okay. Yeah. And then you hear from your parents or your friends, you should be doing it this way.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Every mama got their something they gotta say.
Listen, I'll tell you.
And it is draining.
It's like emotional multitasking. And we know that when it comes to multitasking. It never works. I know, yes, in the working environment, multitasking was something that was encouraged, but we know that. If you're trying to do everything, at the end of the day, you do nothing.
It is draining.
We weren't created to be everywhere emotionally.
Everywhere and everything.
No. And we cannot build a healthy love when our hearts are halfway open or halfway running. No, there's no way. You'll get drained out. Yeah. So you have, again, emotionally you have to focus. And if you can keep focus, it allows you to give all your attention to the right person, to the right relationship.
Sometimes we got to ask, is it confusion or is it fear of commitment? Because let's be honest, a lot of people say they're confused, but really when you think about it, I think they're just scared, right?
Oh, yes. I mean, people are scared of committing to the other person because they're scared of getting hurt. And sometimes they're just scared of making the wrong choice. And this is where having too many options, making the wrong choice could be, what if I choose this person? What if I choose that person?
Yeah.
And that's real. And listen, we're not judging. Fear is real. No, some of us grew up watching people fail at love. And some of us never really saw a healthy relationship.
Yes.
And now that we're grown, we're still waiting for someone who check every boxes.
All the boxes.
Right? Because I mean, we created that picture of what the perfect person should be.
Yeah.
But one thing we failed to realize is that we're not even clear on what we need.
Yeah, listen. That was a lot. It is the truth.
Clarity is important.
It's the truth, okay? Yeah. It's the truth. And let me say this too, because sometimes I feel like it's not about having too many people, okay? Because we live in a era, in a place where commitment feels optional.
You can say that.
It feels like we know people who they're afraid of committing.
Yeah. And the conversation stage lasts 3, 4, 5. Now, we dated for 5 years.
Yes, my mom was the one that's like, what's going on here?
I wasn't afraid of commitment.
You were just having a good time.
I needed to have all my eggs in order.
5 years.
But yes, some people,
5 years, you guys.
Some people can live their lifetime in that dating stage and never commit.
We know people who are afraid of put a ring on it. They have all the stuff that they have the house, they have the money, they have everything that they need. They well off, living life. Okay. But they're afraid of commitment.
Well,
and this is why sometimes it gets so hard for a lot of us, ladies that are single, and you're like, you have everything, but you need a woman, but you're afraid of committing.
Some people says once you commit, it changes things. But you know what? One thing people have to realize that the best relationship aren't perfect. Yeah. Right? But they are intentional.
They are intentional is the word here.
Listen, you're not going to find someone who reads mind.
We want our partner to read our mind. Although
they may expect you to read mind, but we don't read minds, right? You're not going to find someone who make you laugh all the time. No, you're going to have argument. Sometimes you're going to hit this person's gut and your relationship will not come with zero problems.
Listen, that's not Disney, okay? If you want that, you go...
Man, even Disney, all their movies always have some challenges. Like I watched Princess Tiana the other day, the Princess and the Frog. They had some major challenges. They got turned into frogs. Yeah. But you can't expect your relationship to not have problems. So if you're afraid to commit because you think there'll be some problem, then listen, you're lying to yourself.
And if you don't calm your mind and get honest about what you're looking for, you'll find yourself jumping from one person to another person, thinking that the next one will finally give you a peace of mind.
Yeah, or be the perfect one.
Or
check all those boxes.
I understand. I get it.
Right, but you got to remember, peace or real love or real connection comes from alignment.
Yes.
Not the thing that excites you. Because sometimes people they take, oh yes, this person makes me excited. We're good with each other. Yeah. No, your values have to be aligned with each other. Otherwise, you're going to run into issues.
Listen, talking about running into issues, here's another problem that I feel like we are in this perfect person trap, okay? Here's my perfect guy, or I don't think I hear that from guys saying she's my perfect woman.
No, we're good.
Everybody's chasing the best and not what's best for them. We're chasing the perfect person, right? And if they commit, they might miss someone better.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with jumping from one person to another. You're like,
man, I've seen these TikTokers with relationship stuff going on.
I don't trust TikTok. I think people make things up on TikTok.
Okay, you don't. He never does. That's what sometimes I don't be sharing stuff with him because it just don't. I
think people stage.
He doesn't care. He doesn't get excited.
I think people stage stuff for views.
Not everything is, babe. Some of the stuff are real.
There's something that's so ridiculous. I don't think they're.
Yeah, that's why I don't share stuff with you anymore. I used to share things when I see them. I share them with you. But lately, I'm like, you know what? He's not even gonna be bothered. So why share? Why share the energy? And let's just keep it to myself.
I don't trust TikTok. But hey, listen, let's be real. Nobody's perfect. What you're looking for in someone is their willingness to grow with you.
Yes.
Someone who matches your vibe. Someone who matches your values.
That's right.
Not a fantasy. No. Some of us fantasize about things. I know when I was little, I had some crazy fantasies. Things that I can't even say here, but Halle Berry. I was looking for that in her, there's no way that she would fit that. But
I told you Halle Berry.
I grew out of those fantasies the moment that I realized the type of world that I lived in.
Listen, the moment that you realize that you can't have Halle Berry because she's not real.
She's looking for me to comment so she can get at me. So she won't get that from me.
That was his woman.
So, but what I say is, listen, we all have had fantasies. I'll just say that. But it's important to not let your ego make you miss your blessing, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get so hung up on what we want and how we want it that we forget that what we want is not a reality.
Right.
So, the right one may not be the loudest person in the room. They may not be the finest person. GQ looking type of guy, right? Or the person who's up and up with the trend. They may not be that person. But one thing you can be guaranteed is that person is solid.
Listen.
Good attitude, real. Supportive.
And strong.
Strong, consistent.
Black woman.
Not afraid to commit.
Not afraid.
But above all, real.
That's right.
Right? Not some kind of fantasy that lives only in your mind. No, someone real. Listen, God has someone for all of us.
Yes, he does.
Listen, he does.
Yeah.
That's why I found Cece. She was mine.
That's right.
But you got to remember, God's best person for you might not be the most popular person.
True.
Right?
True.
Now, you got to think of what you want. You want purpose.
Yes.
Right? You want character.
Yes.
And you want to choose peace over performance. Hey, guys, I know we've been discussing quite a bit in this podcast, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying this episode. Now, I want you to remember to like, to subscribe, and share the podcast with someone you think who may need to hear this, especially if you know someone who's battling making a choice.
Who's confused.
Now let's get back into the episode.
Yes. Listen, I feel like this was you actually hit everything on the nail with purpose, because I feel like you and I, we align so well, and it is all to God, right? It is not.
We have our issues though. Don't let this confuse you that we are good, man.
Every marriage has their own issues. Okay, my issues may not be someone else's, but
it's primarily her causing issues. I'm perfect.
It's me. I want more. It's me. Listen, I want to bring this up to my married people, because we're married for 15 years, together 20 years, because married folks, okay, my married people, you ain't off the hook either, because we live in a world where we're constantly comparing things, and the enemy will still try to distract you with options. Okay.
You're married and you're checking out this young lady or this young man. That's not good.
Listen, okay. Maybe I settled down too soon. Maybe I should have had so-and-so. You know what? His brother was the best one for me. Or maybe this and maybe that. We constantly thinking about maybe, and sometimes it's the enemy. The devil's trying to like get you distracted with what you have and get you thinking about what you have is not enough, or what you have is not, what you
could have done better.
Right. Or maybe there's someone out there who would treat me better.
Would
do me better and act, you know what I mean. Because we're married folks.
Yeah. Listen, even within marriage, there's temptation.
Everywhere. Everywhere. And this is something for you to know that's when you have to shut it down.
Yeah.
You have to shut it down and you have to pray. Obviously, we talk about prayer.
You have to be tough as well.
You have to be tough.
Yeah.
And say, no, listen, when you're constantly looking outside of your relationship for excitement, validation, this is where you are losing it. And sometimes
that's when you know you messed up.
This is when you know you messed up. You start losing the blessing that God has for you.
Well, yes. I mean, the moment that you got to find or look for excitement from someone other than your partner, you've got problems.
You lose sight of the blessing you already have.
And I'll tell you, if you're looking for it outside, you will find it.
Now, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with looking for excitement from my husband.
Of course, I got to get you excited.
Validation from my husband.
That's how things happen.
Okay? We need to get it from our partner, not outside. Once you start getting, oh, you look good, you know, you at work and people are checking you out and you're looking for validation because your husband is not telling you that you look good all the time, or you're looking for excitement because someone at work is making you feel, oh my God, they go, Jean is here. You know.
Listen, you haven't been in the workplace in a while. How do you know that's what they're saying?
Because I used to work for corporate for 10 years. Jean is here. You know, you got all your looking fly. You got your nice, cute dress on. Even though you're married, because you are looking for that validation. You're looking for, you know, Jean's going to get you excited. You're looking for, oh, he's going to say those sweet things to me that my husband barely said. Those are the things that you have to be careful, because once you start entertaining these little things here and there,
it's usually the start of problems, which, you know, and that usually comes from somewhere, because I know every relationship goes through their dry moments.
Yes.
And when that happens, sometimes that's when people start looking elsewhere to get the stuff they need. But hey, listen, just because your relationship is going through that dry season, that's not reason to jump ship.
No.
Maybe if your wife is not giving that affection that you think you need, that's not when you go look for it elsewhere. No. Get with your wife. You know, find out what you need to do to bring that excitement back.
Yes.
Right? If your season is dry in your relationship, find water and water it.
It's a dry desert.
Relationship takes work. If things are not happening, remind yourself why you got with this person.
Yes.
It's either you not doing something or that person is not doing something. And this is where you got to sit together and figure it out. Not when you start going around and see what options do I have? There's this person, that person I can get. No. That creates problem.
It creates confusion.
So when you committed to someone, you don't have any options. Any other options besides that person. So do whatever you need to bring back in what's missing in your relationship.
I agree.
Because if you go into that little rough moment, that dry season, whatever you want to call it, is because something's missing. And someone's got to do it, or together you have to do it. And it's possible, but you got to be willing to work at it. In other words, you got to be willing to water that season to make it not dry.
Listen, you got to, because God doesn't bless confusion, okay? He blesses commitment.
Yes.
You got to commit to it, water it, get whatever you got to do for you to make it work. Y'all know already, I love Black love. I don't know how many times I said this on the podcast. I love Black love. Do what you got to do for you to fix what you have. And stop letting the enemy get into your relationship.
Yeah. And you know, the one thing that you can do or start doing is protect your mind. The enemy doesn't always show up with a red flag or a cape or some horns or a pitchfork. No, sometimes it's a friendly compliment. Sometimes it's a harmless conversation.
Sometimes it's giving you more stuff
and
that
next thing you know, your focus is split. So protect your mind.
Listen, stop daydreaming about what if. Water your own grass. We literally had a deep talk last, I would say towards the end of June.
Yes.
We tend to
have a lot of deep talks in this house.
We do. And we need to. We're going to have more. You got to water your grass. Water the love that you committed to 10 years ago or 5 years ago, 15 years ago, 20, 30, 50 years ago, however many years. You got to pour into the love you have. the love you already said yes to, which is so important.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of us don't do that. Once we're married, we've been married for a long time. We stop watering the grass and we kind of feel like, man, this is the same woman I married to 10 years or 15 years ago. I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah. And that's when people got to remember love, peace, relationship. It's not a passive thing. You can't just start it and let it be. It'll take care of itself.
You can't.
You gotta continue to do everything you need to keep it going, to keep it running, to protect it.
Yes.
It's important.
Yes.
And then, you know, if you're listening to this and you feel overwhelmed by all the choices, pause. Have no shame. We all entertain things that we have no business entertaining.
We don't.
Right?
Yeah.
But the question is, are you ready to get clear?
Yeah.
And you got to start with being honest with yourself.
You have to be honest with yourself.
Be real with yourself.
I agree.
Ask yourself, am I avoiding commitment? You know, am I scared? Am I actually giving this relationship a real chance to work? Am I 1 foot in or 1 foot out? You gotta be real with yourself and ask yourself those questions.
Yeah.
Answers to those questions will tell you where you are.
I agree. And also sometimes you gotta learn to unplug, okay? Unplug.
We're too connected sometimes.
You know, we are way too connected sometimes. I think last week, if you haven't listened to the podcast last week, we talked about how our phone is the third wheel in the relationship.
Oh, you can check that episode right there.
Yes. You gotta go watch that because it was very interesting. This was actually an episode that came from my heart, and I felt like God wanted me to share that with you. It's just same as this one too, because a lot of us are so confused. You know, we have to unplug, fast from comparison, which we talked about last week on the podcast, and stop scrolling for a week or two. Reset, restart, refocus, and get a clear heart, a clear mind. See what your heart needs, okay? And that sometimes, you need time to be with God, right?
Absolutely.
You need time for you to finally hear God, hear what God has to tell you, and hear what he has to say. Because y'all, I said this before, God is not the author of confusion. He is not.
No. Yeah, and I agree. You got to attach yourself to the Almighty.
Yes.
And I know sometimes we think we can handle things on our own, but we need help.
Especially if you are in a moment, in a time where you feel like, man, I've tried this, I've tried that, and I don't know what else to do. The next thing you need to do is to get with God. That should be your number one places to go. But if you have tried everything your way, you know how we can do, you guys. We try things our way, but not try things.
Time to try it his way.
Yes.
And instead of chasing the most exciting person, maybe you should start praying for the most aligned one.
Listen.
Someone who share values with you, And if you're married, ask yourself, am I still choosing my person every day? Or have I gotten lazy with love, right? Because that's important, because sometimes we take the people around us for granted.
I agree.
And we don't realize that we have to keep doing the things that we need to, but we have to do it with intention.
Yes.
We have to learn to choose this person every day, even if they give us headaches.
Listen, the headaches come with the package, okay? And you don't have to be with someone every month. Settle down, talk to God first. And then from there, God will lead you to someone. And I'm sure that person is also praying for the same thing. And this is how you're going to align with your person. Because I'll tell you this, when I was dating, okay, I prayed for my husband. And I'm sure he wasn't praying for me, but he was doing the things that he needed to do to find a good woman. And sometimes that's all we got to do is pray and ask God to help you find a good husband or a good wife. And eventually it would happen. It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow, but eventually it would happen. And I'll tell you this from a sister, from a mother, from, a friend, get off the internet.
The online world gives us choices, but you got to look around you as well.
Yeah.
The people that you're around, don't look at everyone as a potential, because at the end of the day, you'll have way too many choices and you'll be able to make no decisions.
That's right.
Here's what I leave you with. Love is not a guessing game.
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be a constant loop of what ifs. When you're ready to stop entertaining distraction, that's when real clarity shows up.
That's good.
You don't need more options.
Yeah.
You don't need more potentials.
Yeah.
You don't need more obedience. You don't need another DM. Now, you need discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline, the ability to focus.
Yeah.
You don't need someone new.
Another app.
However, you need to choose with intention. So if you're going to go with this person, know why and choose that person with intention and keep choosing that person every day.
That's right.
So the person who looks right for you may not always feel perfect, but if they bring you peace, if they bring you purpose, and if they push you closer to God, that's not confusion though.
Yeah.
That's confirmation. So stop playing with love like it's maybe. Make a decision and honor that decision.
That's true.
And watch how stronger your relationship becomes when you stop looking back.
That's right.
Right? Because looking back creates doubts. It creates uncertainty.
Yes.
And believe me, there's no way you can build a solid relationship when there is doubt.
That's true.
So if you find someone you like, someone you can see yourself spending your life with, make them the only option.
True. That part.
Make them the only option.
No backup plans.
Yes. Because once they become the only option, you will give it all the energy that's needed to make it work.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's nothing that's for certain that one person would work once you pick them.
Right.
If you run into any issues, just know that you've given it all that you could to make it work. And if it doesn't, then God didn't want it to work.
That's true.
As we come to an end in this episode, don't let the conversation stop here. For you to grow, you have to take what you've heard and you apply it in your own life.
Action.
Take actions or help somebody else take action. Reflect on it, pray about it, and start making intentional choices. That there's nothing that says it's going to be easy, but I'll tell you, once you make choice with intention, you're bound to make the right choice.
Yes.
I tell you, I've made my choice. She's here. She comes with her own headaches, but you know what?
That's the package.
It's part of the package. You are right. It is part of the package. And when you get in a relationship, you have to know why you're in it.
Yes.
And you have to know that it takes work. You have to know that there'll be good days.
And bad days.
And there'll be bad days.
That's right.
There'll be long days. And there'll be short days. There'll be moments where you just don't like each other. That's life. It happens, right?
Yeah.
Just know that you chose this person for a reason. You got to keep reminding yourself that you have to keep choosing this person. And as long as you do that, you can't go wrong. Now, for my single listeners, this is your moment to get clear on what you want, on what you need, and how you'll protect your heart moving forward. Reflect on what we've discussed about choices.
Yes.
Not everyone has to be a potential. Find out what it is that you're looking into someone. You sit and make a decision.
Yeah.
And give it all that you have to make it work.
Yes.
With that said, guys, we appreciate you tuning into the podcast today. And you're not just listening. I want you to remember that. You're part of this community.
That's right.
So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share this episode with someone who needs it.
Yes.
If you know someone who's been having problem making a decision, that definitely wants to hear this.
Definitely.
And remember to meet us back here next Saturday. Until then, guys, take care. Peace.
Bye.